back?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to bring up Earl's here, right? Okay, we are back live at Municipal Stadium in Daytona Beach. A wet, soggy day here that sees the Magic City Bulls with a 29-14 lead at halftime here over the Bradenton Gladiators in the 7th Alliance Bowl. Mike Scudero alongside Bill Gahagan. And Bill, we've got a special guest here with us. It's not every day you can have as part of your broadcast a member of the Super Bowl winning 1968 Jets.
Are we going to have to talk about the Jets?
Yes, we are, because I am a Jets fan. And
I know,
that.
that's why, right? That's why I was wondering if we even had to talk about them.
Earl Christie is here with us, and Earl, it's a pleasure to have you here in Daytona Beach. You are someone who has been a big part of Jets history, the first person to touch the ball in Super Bowl III. Is that right?
Well, you've done a little research here.
I did. I brought my iPad.
And you guys are having too much fun up here. I'm just telling you, I'm enjoying listening to you, and you're doing a great job with the broadcast. I'm enjoying the football. I mean, it's nothing like blocking and tackling, pro football.
No doubt.
It really is, and you've obviously had a long involvement with football your whole life, and now with the Professional Spring American Football League. You've got a couple of your coaches here with you tonight as well. You're doing a little scouting, it looks like, and you can't get away from the game, bottom line.
Can't get away from it, and I'm so proud to be part of the Professional Spring Football, American Football League. It's like history all over again, because that's what I started with the American Football League, with Joe Namath and the guys, and I'm the ambassador of the league, so we're checking out some of these teams, and I like the competition. Of course, Bradenton looking good. They got some speed out there. They got some skilled athletes. And that's what's so awesome about even in the Florida area. You got some of the best football players in America.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You're based out of St. Petersburg. You've traveled the state. I mean, and Billy, from having so many years both playing, coaching, and broadcasting football, there's not a better state than Florida when it comes to producing the kind of athletes we see.
I went to school in Kansas, Mr. Christie, and it was always fun when the Texas boys got to Kansas and the Cali boys came to Kansas and then the real boys got to Kansas. The debate that went on, and it rages on. I mean, there's good football all over the country, and you have to consider Pennsylvania and Ohio. You have to consider, California, Texas, but I don't know that it gets any better than right here in the great state.
Especially with this great weather. I mean, and it's all made for speed. A lot of guys here, we're so proud of the coaches that we have. We have what we call a run and shoot offense in the pros with Coach Danny Miles and Coach Anderson, and what's so beautiful, most of our kids are from Florida, and we have them all over, just like down here. You got great football.
Can we call you coach now, or do we? I mean,
well,
what do you go by?
Coach, just don't call me late for dinner.
Not a problem. Coach, tell us a little bit about the new league that's out there, because as we all know, there are so many fly-by-nights. I was a big proponent of the UFL. I thought when they stepped foot that was going to be the end-all, be-all. That was exactly what we needed to have, because so many kids, whether it's high school or college, we know they slip through the cracks, but even professionally. So tell us a little bit about the new league.
First of all, we're different. Just like in baseball, they have AAA. We try to develop our players to go to the next level. We also have guys that have played in the league that we're even trying to get back. And what's so unique about us, and the United States Football League and all those, we are embracing the community. The name of the team is the St. Petersburg Tide. We picked the name of the city. We go out to community with the young people. We do free camps in churches, colleges, and schools. It's a different brand. We're showcasing, we're helping the young people. We're trying to help to turn the city around and build character with the young people. Even on our team, that's what we're all about. So it's like a big family that we're in the community. Signing autographs, not just only on Thanksgiving or Christmas, special time. We're talking about all year round. Sure. The young men coming in the community, embracing the community with the young people and the families.
What are some of the prerequisites to being a part of the league? Do you have to be X amount of years removed from college? Do you have to have all your eligibility over with?
I thought you'd never ask that question.
I'll feed you. Don't you worry about it.
We have 21 to 33. And and we always want kids to try to get their college education, and basically we look for that. But the most important thing, we want young people with character. That's important. We also train them, like, for instance, in the NFL now, they are talking to the kids, and we expect certain things, the way they even dress on the field. That's important because we want the best product on the field, looking good and playing. And we got some outstanding coaches. So it's a thing that we really interview the kids, not just only on ability. It's all about attitude, because we know football, 90% of the game is about attitude. It's a mental game. So these are some of the things that we
Sure,
look for.
And it sounds great. How many teams are in the league, and where are the teams located? Is it a regional thing to start out with? Is it a national base? What's going on?
Yeah, well, I think they did a great job. We have 2 teams in California, okay? We have a team in Mississippi, but we're going to expand, and we're going to do it smartly. We're going to expand for maybe 2 next year, and then continue, probably end up about 12. And we try to play logistically. That's important. We just don't want to be just throwing money out. We want to promote. We want to take it, step by step, and that's the smartest way to do it.
A key word there was money. Are the players paid? Do you play? What's going on? Is it playing for the love of the game? What's happening?
No, they get paid because they're professional football players.
Gotcha.
And I just take my hat off to some of the people that are running the league. We pay maybe a little step above Arena Football League. But see, we're not in competition with anybody. We'll send kids to the Arena League. We want to send 2 people to the Canadian League, and evidently to the National Football League. So, yeah, they definitely get paid and everything. We have insurance and all those type of things. So
That's a good deal.
Oh, yes.
My last question, and I think it's something that's very big. What is the support like? Who are some of the backers? Are there other former NFLers that are buying into this league, and how is that working?
Great question. I'll start off with my guy, Tom Herter, who's a Super Bowl champion with the Washington Redskins. He's the commissioner of the league. And, of course, you may have heard of this guy from the Dallas Cowboys, Randy White, Hall of Fame. He's out in California, connected with them. And, of course, yours truly, that played with old Joe Willie Namath's Super Bowl III that changed the complexion and made the NFL what it is today.
You remember that, Bill, right? When the
Who's that?
Jets were a gigantic underdog to the Baltimore Colts. Joe Willie guarantees a win, and they won the Super Bowl. And this man right here was the first person to field the ball, first person to touch the football in that game.
No, it has to do with the Jets, so I erased that from my memory.
Guess what? But I got to give you a little trivia. See, guys, there were 5 young men from my college, Maryland State, where Art Shell went to school, in Super Bowl III. 2 on the coach, Charlie Duke and James Duncan. And from the Jets with Johnny Sample, Emerson Boozer, and myself, Earl Christie.
There you go.
Pretty good thing. And Earl, it's been a real pleasure having you here. We're about to start the second half as Bradenton kicks off. Any predictions for this second half here?
I think Miami's going to win this. And
You know what? I'm going to turn the color over to Coach. I'm going to give him a couple series.
All right.
You got it.
Coach, let's do it. Magic City will start out the second half here just across the 20-yard line after the kickoff from Bradenton. And now we're going to see a Bradenton defense that had a pretty good second quarter. And if it wasn't for that last touchdown by Magic City in that end zone there, the Bradenton Gladiators had a perfect second quarter.
Well, it's all about turnovers and spots in the game when you're playing this game. A lot of times, as we always say, mental toughness. And so for a while, Miami was having problems getting their mental attitude back. Now, if you notice, in this game, the special teams were really some of the highlights that really gave Miami an opportunity to really excel.
Now, how about this quarterback for the Bulls? Chico Martinez had a great year this year, 27 touchdowns, led the league by far, and now he takes it. He'll have 3D Devin Smith in the backfield with him here, and that one goes nowhere. He loses a couple of yards on that play.
Well, he tried to go up the middle, and these guys really stuffed the middle. And we see in this game right now that you're not going to get much up the middle. There's no question about it. We saw sweeps looking real good in the beginning of this game in counteracting plays.
This just quick strike offense that we see from the Bulls, it's tough to keep up with. It really is.
Right, and I'm surprised they haven't passed more. I think they're trying to set up the pass.
We'll have second down here and still 10 from the 23-yard line. Chico drops back. Fazza man open near the first down marker, and then he backs up. It's Speedy Jones, and look out, folks. He turns on the afterburner. Speedy Jones across the 40, 30, 25, inside the 10, and we've got an easy touchdown as he takes the dive into the end zone, Coach.
Now, you know how he made that play? He came back and helped his quarterback. A lot of times, receivers don't do that. When you come back, break that cushion off that defensive back, and then it was daylight.
We've seen that play out of that man a couple of times tonight.
It's awesome. I'm telling you, I'm surprised that he's still not in professional football.
Well, we'll see where he goes after tonight. He's had a big year and a big night here in the Alliance Bowl. Puts his team up 35-14 with an extra point still pending, and you saw what they did on that last extra point.
And you can't coach speed.
No.
And that's what he has. There's no question. You saw him right in the opening, and he knows what to do once he catches the football.
It was a heck of a play there, a 77-yard touchdown catch and run by Speedy Jones to start this second half here at Municipal Stadium. And the Bulls now will line up, we think, for the extra point. Now, the last time they did this, they lined up for an extra point, and at the end of that play, we had a 2-point conversion catch, completely faked, caught everybody in the stadium off guard. This time the kick is up and good, and that will be an extra point from Leo Zupo to make it 36-14, the Bulls leading here now.
And you know what the key to that, reason why that play worked again? A lot of young people in semi-pro will not continue to pursue the football. You got to put all 11 people on the ball.
Right.
And that some of the guys just stop, and you trying to depend on the other guys going to make the tackle. You got to go all out every play.
Well, that was a quick series, Earl. I'm hoping we can keep you around for one more maybe, since that one ended so fast. It was a heck of a possession there for the Bulls. Now we'll see the Gladiators get the ball, and how do they respond to something like this?
Well, first of all, you got to realize the good news about this is a lot of time left in the game. So that's on their side. Just like they did, if they don't lose their composure, a lot of times teams will lose their composure. But since this is a championship game, I think they're going to still fight to the end.
We're talking with Earl Christie here in the Alliance Bowl. Earl Christie, of course, a veteran from the NFL way back when. Played with the 68 Jets, wearing his Super Bowl ring here in the booth with us. That's pretty neat in its own right, by the way, Coach. The kickoff fielded by Bradenton. It's a big one. They found a seam, crossed the 50, the 40, going to be brought down at the 30-yard line, and it is Craig Carnes. Apparently wasn't that hurt after all. He went down with a late injury in the second quarter, responded big on that play right there.
Special teams again, that's exciting. And that's one thing that I'm loving in this league is that they're not doing in the NFL right now. They're putting the ball on the 40-yard line, kicking it off, and we don't want to take that out of the game. That's one of the most exciting things about football is the special teams, running back kickoffs and punt returns.
You know a few things about that, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, we didn't do no fair catching, things of that nature.
And that will put the Gladiators at the Magic City 30-yard line. So a very ideal field position to start this possession for them. 13:53 to play here early in the third quarter. And the Gladiators back in business then. We were worried. Carnes took a hit in that second quarter and left the field under his own power. Weren't sure if he was going to be coming back into this game, but he is back, and he let it be known quick. And it looks like Glenn Woods is in the backfield now as well. And he'll take the handoff here. Woods, right up the middle, picks up a yard, maybe two, and then he stretches it. It looked like he stretched it there, Earl, and got about 3 or 4 yards.
Well, first of all, like you said, they're going up to the middle. They need to do some play action, because these guys are pinching and they're probably leaning in the middle. So they need to kind of play action, open it up with a little pass, because they do have speed players on their team. So they need to do a little bit more of that. They're not getting nothing. I mean, both teams are not running up the middle well on each other.
And that is what this team has done. They've kept it on the ground. They don't put it in the air a whole lot. Now that they've got their 2 star running backs back, we weren't sure if we were going to see them in this half or not. But they've let it be known they're back, and this is what they're going to go back into business doing. So we'll have a second down and 8. And the handoff goes, it's a new running back here. Chauncey Jones takes that one. makes something out of that one, too. Takes it around to the 20-yard line. He's going to be a couple of yards short of that first down, but a fresh face and a fresh set of legs there for the Gladiators.
Well, you got to give their offensive line a lot of credit on there. I mean, he had a good counteract play, and then he faked it, and those linemen just opened up a little hole for him, and they need to do a little bit more of that.
We're going to mark it officially at the 21, so it'll be a 3rd and 3 here. Big play coming up for the Gladiators in this drive.
You think they're going to pass it or run it?
I think they're going to keep it on the ground.
Boy.
That's their M.O. in this one.
I see how far he's playing back. Now he's coming up, okay?
Yep. Kirby over center. He's got 2 backs in the I formation with him. Handoff goes to Woods. Woods stopped dead at the line of scrimmage. Maybe got another yard out of that.
Oh, the whistle blew.
The whistle blew. He ran it into the end zone anyway.
Yeah.
But he's going to be stopped right around the 20. He may have gotten a yard there.
Well, I would go for it on this situation.
Well, they're going to have to. It's too wet to kick.
Right.
It's 4th and 2, so it's short enough that with their running back tandem, they got to scratch and claw their way to 3 yards.
So you would have them run 3 yards in a cloud of dust, right?
Well, I think I'd try a sweep or something here.
Well, see, I like that. Yeah, a sweep would definitely. Or quarterback rolling out, because that puts a lot of pressure on the defense. If you're playing cornerback and your quarterback's rolling out, you got to stay at home.
4th and a full 2 here, and they will go for it. Same formation as last time. Kirby over center, hands it off. Got it, and he's got the first down. Chauncey Jones, I thought they were going to go to Woods with it there, Earl, but they didn't. They went to Jones. He gets 5 yards over the right tackle, and they've got an easy first down.
Well, you know what happened? That was a quick hitter. The defense wasn't ready for that. Oh.
A fumble on the play, or is it a man down?
No, fumble forward.
Okay. Magic City recovered. I didn't even see the fumble on that play. It was a good run. It resulted in a first down at the moment. But then the fumble takes that away, and then there's an injury on the field as well. We got a man down at the line of scrimmage.
So, yeah, and again, I'm proud of some of the trainers down there, because a lot of times in football, kids get injured and everything, and they're on top of it since the game is so violent. And, when I think about this, I think about all the concussions that we've had in the NFL and everything.
Well, Earl Christie from the 1968 Super Bowl winning New York Jets, great to have you here with us. Good luck the rest of the season. I know you're the ambassador. You do some good things over there in St. Pete with your league. I hope we can see you again one of these times.
Thank you so, guys. I appreciate you guys, man.
And it's fun having you call it with us here in the booth. As number 77 is being tended to on the field for the Gladiators. We're going to hope to get an update on him here soon. But in the meantime, Earl Christie, former New York Jet, Super Bowl winning with his ring. I love it. Got the ring with him. Thanks for being with us. We're going to take a quick break while we wait for the results of the man down on the field here, and be back with you here momentarily, live from Municipal Stadium. Back we are at Municipal Stadium. Bill Gahagan rejoins me here after a fun little interlude there with 1968 New York Jets, Earl Christie joining us.
I was basically beginning to think that you didn't love me anymore and that I needed to go eat hot dogs. I mean,
I tell you what, and he seemed to really enjoy this as much as we do. He would have done the rest of that half with
no doubt. No doubt.
But we come back here. It's 36-14. Magic City leading it. They have the ball after a turnover. The Gladiators were driving and looked like they were going in for a score possibly. And instead, now Magic City will pick things up from the 16-yard line. Martinez takes the snap, hands it off to Devontae 3D. Takes it to the 20, out of bounds at the 19, actually, we'll call that one. And different play there from them. Devontae Smith hasn't found his way to the sideline yet tonight, I don't think.
And just before we talk about that, first half stats, rushing Magic City 9 carries for 19 yards. Bradenton, on the other hand, 23 carries for 139 yards. That was their MO in the whole first half. Passing-wise, Magic City was 6 of 14 for 148 yards and 2 interceptions. Bradenton, 2 of 7. So a contrast in both phases of the game for both teams. 21 yards in the air for Bradenton.
And the score, of course, a 3-touchdown and then some margin here as the Bulls now, do they slow it down a bit? Well, maybe not. Martinez drops back. He's got a man. Oh, no, he doesn't, and it's almost picked off. He threw that ball right into the chest of Darian Platt, but the wet night got the better of that one.
Yeah, I don't know so much that it was wet night as much as it was. Here was a guy who was looking at his third pass breakup. He could have picked off the ball. He would have found pay dirt, no doubt. He has been breaking on the ball great all night long. I have a funny feeling that Coach Christie is going to be taking a look at this kid if he's beyond college eligibility.
Platt is still eating himself up over that play.
Yeah, he's gonna really let that one haunt him for a while.
It brings up third down and about 6 now. And Martinez dropping back again, and he's going to be brought down for a big loss. Dropped to the ground by big number 90 for the Gladiators, Dwayne Porter,
he's
with
small.
The biggest sack of the night. And, yeah, a little on the small side, Dwayne is at 6'3", 270.
Yeah, and, nice quickness out of the big man, too. Chico was looking to throw an out route. He pumped. He had to bring it back down. And big Dwayne Porterhouse. As in steak. You're welcome.
If they had nicknames, on this page, he would be Porterhouse.
No doubt.
Fair to say. And that's going to set up a fourth down punt coming up here. Deep into the end zone is the kicker, Leo Zuppo. He'll kick it from the goal line, nearly blocked, but what a kick. What a kick. It's going to be fair caught at the 47-yard line. That thing was inches away from being a block punt, which would, of course, led to a touchdown.
Yeah, and it's a good thing that the Bradenton defender, who was trying to come in and block the punt, saw that he couldn't get his hands on it, and he held up, because that would have been more than just a running into. That would have been a roughing the kicker, and that would have kept the possession with Magic City. And
the first time in the game we've seen a fair catch, and that's what happened there. So great field position, though, for the Gladiators, who will get the ball at the 47-yard line of Magic City and have a chance to try to find their rhythm again here, Billy. They got out of their rhythm at the end of that second quarter after what had been a much different game for them. And now they've got to slow it down and put some points on the board.
Yeah, it'll be their second possession, and to cough it up so deep into Magic City's territory and come away with nothing. Hopefully they can come away with 6 here and put a little bit of pressure on Magic City.
We'll go in that same I formation they've been in so much of the day. Kirby's going to keep this one, though. Looking for a man, couldn't find it, decides to run, and he lost a few yards there. Brought down by number 2.
Here we go.
Deaton Killickay Thomas with the sack there.
I'm not quite sure where Killickay comes from when your name is Dion and Thomas, but nonetheless.
Dion? I said Deaton.
Yeah,
okay,
it
Dion.
happens.
All right, yeah.
Nice defensive pressure by Killickay.
Killickay with a big stop right there sends him back to the 50, and that'll be a loss of 3 yards.
Not what you were, if you're a Bradenton Gladiator fan, not what you were hoping to see on your first possession. Excuse me, on your first possession of your second possession. Figure that one out.
9:08 to play here in the third quarter. Bradenton, Kirby's going to hand it off to Woods. Gets it back to the 50, to the 49. Maybe gains a yard back on that one. but not a whole lot doing there.
No, defensively, number 54, Manny Cuellar from Panama City and Tulane University, a defensive end at 6'4", 285 pounds. Nice play, staying at home. There was a little misdirection in the backfield. Again, Bradenton going the wrong way. They're going backwards.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 12 now. Some work to do here for Bradenton if they're going to find that rhythm. Neither of the running plays that they had drawn up there worked out very well. One was going to be a quarterback keeper, lost 4 yards in that one. Next one, a handoff up the middle that was stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. This one's a little bit different looking. Woods with the ball to the 45, pushed out to the 40, and he fights his way to a first down. Big play there, Billy. It looked like he was going out of bounds at the 40. Then he cut back, does just enough to pick up that first down.
You know, this kid has got to stay in the game for Bradenton. That was all him. You know, you were looking at 3rd and forever, and that was just all him.
You don't see a lot of successful running plays on 3rd and 12.
No, you don't see many teams that call that unless it's a draw. But that was just a counter play this side, and again, all Woods.
Big play because it gives them a fresh set of downs, and it puts them at the 34-yard line. So once again, the Gladiators moving the ball, playing their style of game, much of what we saw in that second quarter. And now we'll see in motion is number 84. And Marquise Murray, and it's picked off. The Gladiators throw it right into the arms of number 31, and that is Bill Bucho Brooks, a linebacker, coming up with that catch out of Honduras, too.
Big defensive stop for Magic City. And again, you just got to wonder why they just ran the ball on 3rd and forever.
And got a great play out of 15-yard play.
And then on first down, they want to throw the ball. Makes no sense.
First down throw right into the arms of a linebacker who races off with it, gets it back to midfield. We're going to be at the 48-yard line, Magic City on its own side of the field. But what a game-changing play that turns out to be.
And now we have the officials. They were talking about something at midfield, but nonetheless, play stands, and it's Magic City's ball once again.
That was a real decisive moment right there. You get the feeling. I know we're still we're not quite halfway through this third quarter, but that one had a big feel to it right there.
No doubt.
Magic City with the ball at the 47. It'll be Martinez. He's joined in the backfield this time by number 20. It's Jay Reams who gets it across midfield. Going to be stopped at the 48 of Bradenton. We'll call that about a 5-yard pickup, 4 to 5 yards there. Haven't called his name yet tonight, Billy. Another weapon here for the Bulls.
Yeah, counter play, counter action in the backfield for Magic City. He takes the handoff on the right side, goes back left, and that's just one of those, kind of a pick and choose your whole type of play.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 5 here for the Bulls. This time it's Reams again. Goes to the right side, goes out of bounds. Going to be short of the first down by a good 3 yards still. Made a little something into that play, but did a lot of work to get just a yard or so.
Very little something, as a matter of fact, and making the play by pushing the running back out of bounds was number 5, Darian Platt. That guy's been all over the field tonight.
He has been the defensive star for Bradenton to this point, as the Bulls will now face a 3rd and 5 from the Bradenton 47-yard line. And what play do you dial up here? Do you go to the air maybe now?
At this point, you would think that you have to, but these
guys
have been
coming.
Unconventional all night long.
Let's watch out for Johnny DeShow Johnson down here on your right side. Flags everywhere. Somebody moved on that line. Let's see which line it was. Going to be a false start on the offense, so that changes things a little. It's going to push them back across midfield to the Magic City 48, and it's also going to make this now 3rd and 11.
Again, not knowing at this point what's on the minds of either coordinator, you would think that a pass play was going to come up because it's 2nd down.
May not change it for all we know.
No, they probably stuck with the same play.
A lot of receivers out there on the field for Magic City. This one out to the side. Darian Platt almost had the interception, but it is caught, and it's going big. 20, 15, 20, 10, touchdown. Big play just like that. Magic City does what it does so well. Did you get the number on that? Did you go ahead and call Robin? Because that was Batman with a touchdown. Batman West.
And such a huge play for Magic City. And you hate to see the fact that it was Darian Platt who
he was
came
just,
up snake
again,
eyes.
so close to making a what would have been a momentum-changing interception again on defense for the Gladiators. And instead, Batman makes the catch, takes it into the end zone, and now we're starting to see why this team was so strong all year long. They've hit their average, 42 points now in tonight's game, and we still have a good ways to play here in the third and fourth quarters. So this Magic City offense, nothing to be messed with.
And it's a 28-point lead, and earlier they were up 21-0, and they kind of rested on that one. But I had this funny feeling these guys kind of smell the blood in the water.
They did rest on that 21-0 lead, and just like that, it was 21-14. And now with the extra point from Zupo, which is good, that makes it a 29-point lead. And so, Bill, we'll take a break, and we'll come back and talk about how does Bradenton change the pace of this game and get back into it. Your guess is as good as mine. 43-14, 5:47 to play here in the third quarter in Daytona Beach. Back in just a moment. Back we are. It's 43-14, 5:47 to play in the third quarter.
That was Yoda-esque. Back we are.
The Magic City Bulls now in a commanding lead, and they'll kick off here. Back deep to receive for the Gladiators. Number 84, we called his name earlier on. He had a couple of big plays. Marquise Murray looking for a big return here. He won't quite get it. He does get back out to the 30. And that's where he'll be forced out of bounds, and the Gladiator offense will come back on the field. And Billy, you mentioned it during the break. We're probably a touchdown away from this thing being over.
Yeah,
it may be over already, but we're seeing why this team was so good all year long.
And it's really a tale of two teams at this point, with Magic City just keeping the momentum that they had. Again, I want to just point out one thing. At one point, it was 1st and 24 from the 5-yard line.
And 21-14.
And they put together a drive. They put it in the end zone, and now they've come up big defensively. On Bradenton's first possession of the second half, they fumble it. The next time they get it's about to be ugly. It's one more defensive stop and a touchdown away from being ugly.
If there's any hope for Bradenton to get back in the game, it's going to be right here, and we'll see Nicholas Kirby in the backfield in the shotgun this time. Haven't seen that much tonight out of him. He's throwing, got a man caught for a first down, and that would be Edgar Thaler with the catch. Big catch right there, because when Kirby's put it in the air a couple of times, it's been a little on the questionable side tonight, so they needed a catch to maybe build some confidence there, I'm thinking. 6'3",
190-pound receiver out of Manatee High School, Bradenton, Florida. First time we've called Edgar's name all night long. High percentage pass that time, and if they can stay with that and try and stop trying to gamble or throw the home run ball, if they can just pick it apart and get back into this game with a score, I think we're going to maybe see that first half Bradenton team show up.
Well, that's what's going to have to happen, or it's going to be a long night here at the stadium. Woods will get the carry for Bradenton. He gets it back to the 45, pickup of about 2 yards there. Not a lot there, but again, they've held on to the ball. They advanced it a couple of yards, and they're keeping Magic City's quick strike offense on the sidelines.
Yeah, they're going to keep the clock going, obviously, and try and pick their way into the end zone, but they're having no success between the tackles, and that's where that play was designed to go. And their success has come outside, and if they're going to get back in this game, they're going to have to get outside the tackles.
I keep thinking back late in that first quarter, most of the second quarter, they ran it. They had 3 running backs out there doing it. Let's see what they do here now. Man in motion is Charlton. This time the give goes to Woods again. He's up to the 50, going to be short of the first down by about 4 yards. So we will have a 3rd and short coming up here. Not a bad-looking run, though. Again, this is what he did a lot of in that first half.
On the stop that time was Antoine Bruce Wayne Jones.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Let it go.
Well said.
Let it go.
At the 49. So we'll have... They're going to be
He's on me. He's on me.
A long 2 away from a first down here. 3rd and 2. The Gladiators need this first down. That's an understatement. They'll get it. And then a little bit more. Down to the 45 goes Chauncey Jones. That's good enough to move the chains, and that's all you need right there.
Not for nothing, but at 5'9", 215 pounds, yeah, that's what we like to call a bowling ball with legs. That's a big dude.
And that was just what they needed at that point. It keeps this clock moving, which is going to be a factor here soon. If Bradenton can go and score here, they're going to have to start watching this clock because we are getting to a point in the game where they're only going to get a few more possessions. Nonetheless, they've got the ball. They've got a fresh set of downs. Let's see what the Gladiators dial up here on first down. Charlton in motion. Kirby over center. The pass out to the right side. Overthrown. Intended for Charlton. He wasn't quite able to pull that one in. Good play. Almost there. But it's an incomplete pass.
Nice coverage by Matthew Primetime Bargman. That was a pass that they went to earlier on a quick slant, and there was miscommunication between the quarterback and receiver because the receiver, when they first threw that quick slant, never even looked. That time, they were both on the same page, but Bargman was there to break up the play.
It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 45. Gladiators with twin wide receivers, and we'll have this time it's going to be Platt in the backfield. May he get a carry here at some point. Lined up at the back of that eye.
We got to delay a game.
Yep, that's right. Delay a game.
Timeout.
Oh, timeout.
Yep.
No.
Timeout.
The Gladiators take a timeout, but it was right as the play. They would have had to delay a game had they not taken that timeout.
Yeah, and for you to tell us that Platt was in the backfield and he was in a bit of a motion near side, they were either, again, setting up their counter run, which has been very effective for them tonight, or they were going to go with a play-action pass. Chances are they were going to run the ball because they've just been running it at will all night long.
And the passing just hasn't quite been there.
No.
They've completed a couple of nice ones here and there, but it just hasn't been there in the big picture for them to rely on.
Well, as is evident by their first half stats, they were only 2 of 7 for 21 whole yards.
Mm-hmm. So they're going to talk it over what they do here now. 2nd and 10, 2:37 to play in the third quarter. You're down 29 points. Obviously, points are critical at this moment. They have to score on this drive, and then they're going to have to come back and dial up a defensive scheme that can hold the Magic City Bulls from making those big plays that they've made so successfully tonight.
Yeah, but even though they're down by 29 points, I don't see them going away from what got them to this point. I think they're going to just keep the ball on the ground. If they put it in the air, it's going to have to be the high percentage, quick and short passes.
Well, we're ready to go here again from the 45. 4 receivers on the field for the Gladiators. Clearly going to the air on this one. Kirby in the shotgun. Looking. Fakes it, throws it to Charlton at the line of scrimmage, who scrambles, gets 10 yards, 15, 20, 25. Billy, he has himself a touchdown. Jeff Charlton with a 45-yard touchdown catch and run. It's like they changed uniforms on that one. That looked like a Bulls play right there.
No doubt. And it was, again, short, high-percentage play. Everybody was covered.
They didn't see that coming.
They were going for a pump and a deep ball. Charlton was wide open, and that play was all Charlton.
Mm-hmm. Did a lot of, he caught it at the line of scrimmage. So there was a 40 yards after the catch play there on the part of Charlton, dodging around a couple of defenders. And that touchdown makes the score 43-20. 2 minutes, 24 seconds to play in this third quarter. Not over yet. They're gonna have to come up with something on defense here shortly and keep making plays like that on offense. The extra point attempt now. It'll be Danny Lay. The kick is up, and it is good. So 43-21, 22-point game. They've got to come out now on defense, Bill Gahagan, if they're going to stay in this game. Simple as that.
Unfortunately, it's going to come down to the defense making the stops like they did early in the first. Towards the latter part of the first half when Bradenton's defense came up with two big turnovers. One of them resulted in a score for Bradenton. The other one didn't because they gave the ball back following a short punt. But their defense is going to start feeling the pressure here because although their offense found the end zone for the first time this second half, they're still down quite a bit. If they don't keep the ball out of Magic City's hands, they're in for a longer night than they bargained for.
Well, and the kickoff game has not been especially good for the Gladiators. They've gone out of bounds on each of their previous two touchdowns. How do they kick this here knowing that Speedy Jones back there at the 20-yard line here for the Bulls, if he touches it, it's going to be a touchdown. You just get that feeling.
Yeah, their best plan will be just to squib it down the field, let it dance around. If you kick it to Speedy,
you're done.
There's a high percentage chance that you're gonna be upset with yourself because he's gonna come back and take it to the house.
What we have is Johnny Johnson at the 30, Speedy back at the 24, and I'm with you. I think they're gonna have to squib it somehow here, but I don't like it going to either of those guys if I'm Bradenton here. Let's see where it goes. Kick is longer than it has been in the past. It'll be fielded by Johnson at the 20. And he's not moving too fast. Now breaks, looking for some speed, doing some dancing at the 33. Nothing going on there, though. He was a little slow after he caught that ball. Like he didn't want to turn on the jet quite then.
Yeah, he was really trying to play possum there. He was waiting to see what was going to happen, and nothing came available for him. So he had to do what he could do to get the yards he did.
He didn't advance it far, but then again, he didn't need to. If he stays on the field and makes a big catch, they'll hit 50 points here in a matter of seconds.
Sure.
At the 33, they'll start. And familiar faces out there for the Bulls at this point. Chico Martinez having a great game for the Bulls, just as he's done so much this year. And he'll be lined up in the shotgun. To his right is Devontae Smith, who now shifts to his left. And 3D in the backfield alone with him. 4 receivers on the field for the Bulls. The play goes to Smith as a handoff up the middle. Then he goes to the left, dances around one defender, breaks the 40. He's got a first down. Nice looking run there from Devontae Smith, who has been slow and steady in this game. Hasn't had a lot of huge plays. That one was a good one, though, because it just moves the chains, keeps that clock rolling.
Yeah, but 3D.
But we're bringing it back. Is that what we're doing here?
No, it looks like he just went out of bounds.
He went out early then. Okay, I had him at the 45, but he must have stepped out at the 40. Okay, so it will not be a first down. It's going to be a 2nd and 3 instead of a first down at the 40-yard line. Got a man in motion for the Bulls. Martinez rolls to his right. In trouble, being chased, but moves it pretty well. He tucks it under, gets it out to about the 44, and he'll have a first down. If I'm looking at that right, he's got the first down. They should be moving the chains there on that. So while he was not designing it for that, he rolled to his right. He was looking for a receiver, couldn't find one, and he got just enough.
Yeah, smart play, too, because it looked as if he wanted to throw maybe a little dump pass, and and all he did was tuck the ball and ran, got enough yards, didn't want to take a hit, didn't want to slide, got himself out of bounds, stopped the clock. They were able to reset themselves. So a good, smart play by Chico Martinez.
Smart plays are what's going to win a league championship here. The Alliance Bowl, the Bulls looking for their first back-to-back titles. Devontae Smith with the handoff right up the middle. Ran around trouble. Now he's got a seam. Got across the 40. Still dancing to the 35. Finally brought down at the 30-yard line. Give a call out to Anthony Rawls for what was a touchdown-saving tackle there. But a great run by 3D.
Yeah, he's a little winded, and rightfully so. You know, he's been consistent all night long. He's been a nice counter to their passing game, and you know, I think he's found the end zone once tonight. It'd be nice to see him rewarded for the hard work he's had since that first touchdown.
He's going to come off the field though, and we'll see a couple of new players out there for the Bulls. The Beast is in there. Daniel Harris out of Hallandale, Florida, will step in and be the tailback at this point. Martinez still out there, though. Fresh set of downs at the 30. Martinez is going to give it to number 12, Gregory Sweet Money Moore. Sweet Money picks up a few.
And Sweet Money is brought down by our dude, Darian Platt.
Who's had in a what has not been a great defensive game for the Gladiators. Darian Platt has been a bright spot.
No doubt.
That'll bring us to the fourth quarter. Your score, 43-21. The Magic City Bulls leading the Alliance Bowl here at Daytona Beach Municipal Stadium. Back we are, 15 minutes of football, all that separate the Magic City Bulls from their second consecutive Alliance Bowl championship. I'm Mike Scudero alongside my colleague Bill Gahagan here in Daytona Beach. Municipal Stadium, the host site once again for the Alliance Bowl. And Billy, here we start the fourth quarter. The Bulls looking to put this game away.
A score here is going to make it very, very difficult for Bradenton.
Martinez looking to do just that, throwing for the end zone, trying to find his man, and he can't do it. Overthrows his receiver there by about 5 yards, and it was well covered by the Gladiators that time. He was looking for that kill shot right there.
Yeah, Batman. He was going trying to throw the home run ball to Batman, 5'9", 149 pounds, and you know, it was a great play action. But for what it's worth, Chico took a shot. I don't see them doing too many more of those.
They need to tuck the ball under and run.
Absolutely.
Put this game away, you would think. They're one score from icing this. It's a 22-point game. The way this game has gone in this wet turf here tonight, it's hard to see the Gladiators able to come back from a 4-score deficit in the fourth quarter. So let's see what the Bulls dial up here on offense now. 3rd and 6 from the 25-yard line. 3rd and 5, actually. They'll go to 3D Smith. He keeps it, and he is just about, and he's got the first down, it looks like. I'm no expert, and my vision's terrible, but it looks like he got just enough to get that 5 yards he needed.
You know, and the initial stop was made by Platt.
Yeah, they had him about the 24.
Yeah, and he would have definitely been short of the first, but, you know, again, you just have to wonder at what point in this game
he can't do it all.
Right.
Platt cannot do it all for them.
He's been everywhere for them.
It does move the chains. It is a first down. So a big play right there out of Devontae 3D Smith, the 5'10 running back from Bethune-Cookman University, and a Miami native, and one of the bigger non-scoring plays of the night for the Bulls right there. It runs the clock, it moves the chains, and it puts them right at the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Personnel will have 3 receivers on the field for the Bulls. two backs in the backfield. Martinez in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off. It goes up the middle. Not much doing there. And it goes this time to Sweet Money, who's come in here later in this game to spell the running game a little bit. I suspect we're going to see him a lot more in this fourth quarter, too, as the Bulls try to run this one down and take home a league championship.
Yeah, sure. At this point, it's about getting everybody some reps and seeing what happens. But I'm not going to be surprised to see 3D come back in the game a little bit later and tote the rock a few more times.
I think he'd like to get one last touchdown.
Sure.
The touchdown that puts them at the half-century mark and ices the ball game. It'll be a 2nd and 9, let's call it, from the 19. It's Sweet Money again, heading for that first down, trying to get across to get for that touchdown. He can't quite get there, though. He had one man to beat, got it down to the 6. Is there a hold?
Yeah, I think the play's coming back on a holding penalty.
That was a nice run by Sweet Money. He got himself inside the 10-yard line for a first down, but no one's moving the ball out that way. In fact, it's going the other way.
Sweet Money, nice run, but you also have to give a little bit of credit to the receiver on the outside, Jason Hollywood Williams, Florida State University product. Nice job of blocking, and was able to get inside leverage on the corner, and that gave Sweet Money a few more yards, but unfortunately that run's going to be negated by a holding penalty.
A little too much effort on that one. And if my math is correct, it's going to put him back at the 30 and make for a 2nd and 20 or so here.
It's going to be a spot penalty, so that's only going to bring it to the 25.
Not as bad as it could have been.
2nd and 15.
So looking at 2nd and 15 now from the 25. The Bulls with 3 receivers out there again. Martinez and Sweet Money in the backfield with him. He's going to throw. Backed out, being chased, flagged down, throwing to the end zone, and overthrows his receiver who was double covered anyway. Now let's see what this flag is, Mr. Gahagan.
I'm going to say the old referee grabbing his wrist and pulling it down for a holding.
Yep. Not too much out. And another flag comes down. Now someone's going to get a taunting penalty on that one or some kind. Look for a personal foul on that second one, I'm sure.
That one may be coming from the
Gladiators
sideline. Yeah.
It was thrown from that far side of the field, which is where the Bradenton Gladiators are set up. And it also was in a neighborhood where it was most of the Bradenton defenders on the field. So I think you're right on that. And the officials discussing it keeps pointing to the Magic City side, though. So let's see what's happening here.
And if it is a penalty on Bradenton, such an untimely thing, especially since you have Magic
back
City.
To the 40.
Yeah, absolutely.
20,
and Magic City being called for a holding penalty, so they're going to mark that off.
Yep.
And then we have
unsportsmanlike. On Magic City. Hold that thought. So two fouls on the play there, both on the Bulls. If they're trying to keep Bradenton in this game, they're doing a good job.
They're doing a great job. That's going to be a 30-yard penalty.
And suddenly what before that first holding penalty looked like it was going to be a first down at the 6 for the Bulls is now going to be a 2nd and a bus ride again, as you mentioned, from probably the 50.
Well, we talked about it being an untimely penalty on Bradenton. If that were the case, that's still just as bad for Magic City, who's looking to put the game away. There's still plenty of game left. It's only a 2-score game, 3-score game, and they were down 21 points before. So if Magic City can't find the end zone because of this thing they call penalties, then this is going to be the part of the game that they're going to look at the most.
And it may be one of those things, Billy, where at 43-21 and 12 minutes left in the game, the odds on Bradenton putting together a 4-touchdown drive to take that lead are slim, obviously. They may still win by default and just hold on with the clock as their best friend. But you know they wanted to score another touchdown or two and really widen this thing out.
It's still going to be a bus ride, but not as far as everyone thought, because the holding penalty, Bradenton declined. They declined that one and took
the 15-yard
personal foul.
So we'll set up right at the 40, directly in front of us here at Municipal Stadium. And it's still going to be a 30 yards to go for that first down. And if it's third down, if that's correct, 3rd and 30, not exactly ideal field position. Let's see what the Bulls do with it here. Do they do something short, or they go for the end zone? Martinez doesn't know himself. He throws his hands up in the air. Now he takes the snap, looking, going deep, unhurls it to the end zone, caught at the one, no, intercepted. Platt intercepted it and takes it out from the 1. He could have laid there, gotten the ball. No, he's across the 30, laterals it to Charlton, out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
These guys love to lateral.
They've really practiced that. You can tell because they don't fumble it when they do it either. When they do it, it works. It may not gain a lot of yards, but they're doing it successfully.
Really nice interception by Platt. I'm so happy to see him finally get one. He's dropped a couple. He's batted a few passes down, but that kid went up for that ball, fell into the end zone. He was a yard or two deep and brought it back out. He had a great gain on his own. And then he lateraled the ball to Charlton for a few more yards, but super effort by Darian Platt.
Clearly, Platt will be the player of the game on the Bradenton side of the field.
No doubt.
And has earned every bit of that here
Absolutely
tonight.
Correct.
Had himself a great Alliance Bowl, and we're still 12 minutes left in this one. Excuse me. Bradenton will line up from the 35. Clearly, once again, a critical drive as the Gladiators need a score here, and they need one quick.
And they need to hurry up. There's 10 seconds on the play clock.
Kirby in the shotgun. It's got Marquise Murray in the motion. Looking for Murray. Throws it, and it is caught at the 47-yard line.
Number 84.
That was the man in motion, Marquise Murray, with a great catch there. And that'll move the chains. They don't stop the clock for first downs in this league, I'm seeing. It's much like the pros. They keep it rolling. And that will be at the 47, the Bradenton 47. So just this side of the 50 for them as they look to keep this momentum going. Good couple of play. Great defensive stop. Big catch there from Marquise Murray. He's in motion again. Kirby in the shotgun. Hands it off to Carnes. Carnes across the 50, the 45 down to the 40. He's got the first down. Stopped at about the 39-yard line. Easy first down there for Carnes, who had quite a burst of speed on that play.
And the way they're mixing it up is pretty impressive here. Clock's going to continue to roll. They're going to get this ball off at about the 11-minute mark. If they can find the end zone here, it's going to be really interesting.
They're making a game out of it, not tucking under and running. The Gladiators came to play, making the most of this trip to the Alliance Bowl. And with 10:57 to play, Kirby will operate out of the shotgun again, hands it off. Nothing doing there this time for Carnes, though. He loses a couple of yards on that play.
That's one of those going to the well too many time type plays. They've been doing a great job of mixing it up. I thought for sure they were going to throw it on first down.
And going in that hurry-up offense, too, gave Carnes no time to catch his breath. Now they slow it down a bit, though. And they huddle and they break. It'll be from the 41 this time. Got 4 receivers on the field here for the Gladiators. Will they throw on this one, knowing that the clock is not their friend in this game at this point? Kirby looking deep. Got a man open. It's Marquise Murray inside the 20 and knocked down around the 15-yard line. Marquise Murray, wide open, stepped up to grab a high pass, takes it down, tackled at the hash mark, and suddenly Bradenton has something going here. Maybe too little too late, but they're getting something going.
And Magic City calls a timeout here, and rightfully so, because they've just got to figure it out.
In 10 minutes, those timeouts won't mean a whole lot.
No.
They better use them now while they can.
You're 100% correct. And if they're going to allow Bradenton to get into the end zone, like I said, it makes it for an even more interesting ball game. But now the momentum shift, because all those penalties that Magic City had, then they throw the interception. Bradenton, I mean, it's just the whole shift, the whole momentum shift is if it goes in Bradenton's favor and they can keep it for the rest of this ball game, it's going to make things mighty.
Well, the timeout, let's see how the Bulls respond. Now, they've had some trouble on defense when Bradenton has had a momentum rush and been able to put together a drive like this. Magic City did not have a way of stopping it seemed, in that first half. Nonetheless, we're reaching a point here where they can run the clock and let Bradenton have these long drives and see where it gets them. First down from the 15. They're going to keep it on the ground with Carnes. Carnes hit at the 15 and brought down. Stopped by number 85. Is that Batman? Batman. No, 95 maybe. Mr. 95, George Stubbs with the tackle.
Yeah, and another small defensive player at 6'2", 305 svelte pounds.
And that one was a running play that has worked at times for this Bradenton team, but got maybe a yard, more like half a yard on that one.
Charlton, touchdown.
You think so?
Yes.
They are going to the air. Kirby looking to throw, got some pressure, flag on the play. He's going to be brought down. Hold on the offense, which should be declined, I'm thinking.
Decline that one because it's going to be third and
long, yeah.
And what they did was they ran out of that 3-receiver set. Charlton was the inside receiver. He was going to run a wheel route, but the defender stayed with him. Not for nothing, but they were going to throw to Charlton.
The Bulls have not done a lot of blitzing on defense tonight. We saw it there, and it worked successfully as Kirby's brought down for a sack. Flag is declined. The holding penalty is declined by the Bulls. So we'll have third down from the 23, and the Gladiators will need to get to the 5 for a first down. So quite a ways here, but you also figure they have 2 plays to do it. They're not going to kick a field goal.
Last time it was 3rd and 24, and they ran the ball for a first down.
Well, I think your buddy Charlton's getting the call here.
You can't take my guy. I already said him.
Well, I hear you, but
All
either
right.
that or they're going to try something cute with Carnes. Let's see. Kirby in the shotgun, got Carnes to his right, 4 receivers on the field. Time to throw.
Oh.
Had a man. It was Marquise Murray. No, sorry, it was number 13. It was Thyler on that one, and he couldn't catch the ball. He was well covered, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think he heard footsteps. It was just one of the. I mean, it was a perfectly thrown ball, but if he would have come up with the reception, he'd have gotten licked.
Well, this is it here for the Gladiators. It's do or die time right now. 8:45 to play in the game. Got to have a score right now just to stay in this thing at 43-21. They'll have it at the 23. Need to get to the 5 for a first down. And even Billy Hagan can do that math and tell you it's about 4th and 18 here. Gladiators need a big play in order to keep this game, keep their hopes alive. Kirby, going to be sacked. He was looking for a receiver, couldn't find one. Brought down for a loss of about 5. And that, folks, is going to be all she wrote for the Gladiators.
Yeah, that's Mr. 95, George Stubbs, again on the quarterback sack. Great pressure up the middle. Forced Kirby to his left.
And he just
Gave
couldn't.
him
He
no
didn't have time. Yeah,
No.
That's the second time in this series we saw the blitz out of the Magic City Bulls, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
Now, I will say there's still 8 minutes and 40 seconds left, so that's still a lot of football. And Magic City likes to do both, but I have this funny feeling that they're going to throw the ball and it's going to stop the clock on occasion. So I'm going to say that Bradenton's going to get the ball. They're going to have at least one more possession.
I think you're going to see another good carry or 2 out of 3D Smith, and then it's going to be
Good night, Irene.
Sweet Money's going to get a lot of carries in this
Sweet
next 8
Money.
minutes. That's what it's going to happen. Not saying they won't throw it at least once or twice, try to get a touchdown. Maybe Johnny DeShow Johnson. Let's see what we do here on first down at the 32. The Bulls still in control of this game, obviously. The Gladiators looking to blitz. Handoff goes to Sweet Money. No?
3D.
3D? Okay, sorry. Got ahead of myself there. He lost a couple of yards on that play, too. So not a big play there, but it does run the clock.
Not in any hurry, but there is a 25-second play clock. So as the clock continues to roll and they try and figure it out, this is where the officials allow some of the clock to run off and then don't start the play clock until a little bit later.
It'll be 8 minutes to play here. The Bulls with a 2nd and 12. Lined up in the I this time. Only 3 receivers on the field. That's unusual for them. They usually go 4 or 5. This will be Smith, and he's got running room. Gets to the 40. He's going to be just short of the first down. It's about a 10-yard pickup there by 3D Smith.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Magic City is in no hurry.
Yeah, they're not throwing it right now either.
To get things going. There's a player on the field that's shaken up. That's number 73, Brian Bigby Chisholm. For Magic City, but again, they're just going to go ahead and take as much time as they possibly can.
It'll be 7:20 and counting here now in the game. From the 40, they need to get to just over the 42 for that first down. But that pass that you were looking for hasn't come yet. Maybe it's here.
Yeah, no, not even here. It's not 2nd and 11, that's for sure.
No, that's off.
They're going to keep the ball on the ground regardless.
Need about 2 yards for that first down here, the Bulls do. And they're lined up in the shotgun. Smith behind him, and we have looks like it's going to be false start on the Bulls. Now do you throw it? Now do you go from 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 7?
No, they've had enough success on the ground that they don't have to. I'll be surprised, but I won't be shocked.
They'll reset them here, and it'll be at the 35 now. 6:40 to play in the ball game. One first down here could prove to be the game ender. It would knock the clock down significantly. They are going to throw. Martinez looking for his receiver. He's got him. First down. The ball is caught and goes out of bounds. It's number 85, Batman, Willis West with the catch. Big first down catch for the Batman.
Yeah, it was. But, the one little mistake that he made was going out of bounds. If he could have made the reception,
they're
and
still
stayed
running the
in
clock,
bounds,
dude. So, didn't even matter in the end. They
They
kept the clock running.
No football in the world keeps the clock running.
I think they're going to say he got tackled and he fell in bounds and then rolled out of bounds.
Wow. If I'm Bradenton, I'm kind of upset that that's the call.
Yeah. Little pissy about that one, maybe?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm looking to fire off a few choice words.
No real complaints that we can see.
Yeah, no, they didn't
and
care.
now we're going to run it with 3D. He's across the 50 to the 45, just short of another first down, and now there's going to be a holding penalty that comes in on that one.
I'm going to say face mask because it came in so late.
Well, you've been right on these so far. I don't think you've messed up any of those tonight.
Oh. What is that?
I can't see it. They haven't made the call yet.
Horse collar.
Oh, wow. Well, you're close enough. You're in
Yeah.
the right ballpark
That's
of it.
still a personal foul, so
And it was already a first down. No, it was going to be just short of a first down for 3D Smith on that carry. That'll push him over the 30-yard line here to the 29.
penalty. Yeah, and
And
now
that may be the
clock-
penalty that ultimately gets the Bulls to 50 points here
Sure.
soon. Because now they're going to have a fresh set of downs at the 29, and that running game starting to come into focus for them.
And once they whistle this in, the clock's going to start to roll again.
Yep.
And yeah, again, no hurry to get the play off.
They do line up with 3 receivers, but also 3 men in the backfield here. Martinez is going to hand it off. This time it's going to go to
Sweet money.
And a penalty comes down on top of that. He got about an 8-yard carry, brought down, and as he was brought down, the flag came in.
Wow, there are so many things that went wrong with that. Holding, high-low. That guy's hurt. But definitely so it's going to be a holding penalty. But 13 shaken up on the play for Bradenton. Edgar Thaler, yep.
Yeah, he's had a good game tonight. He's been all over the field for them, offense and defense. But he is shaken up there. We're going to take a quick timeout. 5:11 to play in the Alliance Bowl game. 43-21, the Magic City Bulls with the lead. Back we are. We have still the man down, Earl Thyler, for the Bradenton Gladiators, still on the field with 5:11 to play here in the Alliance Bowl at Municipal Stadium in Daytona Beach. Magic City Bulls leading this 43-21, looking to put together one more score to put this game away. And while we wait for Thyler to be tended to on the field, Billy Gahagan, it's been a fun night here. We've met a couple of great folks, part of this program, part of this league, I should say, and great for the sport of football. Even in what many perceive to be the off season, there's always football in Florida, is what I've learned tonight.
Yeah, it's. I often refer to this to the state of Florida as the great state, and I leave it at that. Most of my friends understand what I mean by that when it comes to athletics, and you're right. It was. I questioned it coming in. I knew the league had been around for a while. It's apparent that they're trying to do the right thing. We were looking at their mission statement and things of that nature, and the Florida Football Alliance, I think it means well.
Sure.
But I have spoken with some college coaches who have said to me that they felt that the NCAA was going to crack down on players with college eligibility playing this type of football first.
Even if they're unpaid.
Yes.
Because these folks all on this field tonight are.
Right, but as you and I read through the mission statement, and it says clearly and in bold print that they're unpaid, but they use words that I think their verbiage is wrong, because in the second line they say minor league football. Mm-hmm. And for the great state to not have junior college football, mm-hmm. I can see where some of these kids do it. I mean, it's a rough situation that some of these guys have, and that they go through out of high school or during high school. And as a high school coach and a guy who has helped some kids along the way, I got to send junior college kids to California and Kansas and Mississippi and Georgia, and we have kids in Utah. And it's just a situation where it's tough. Yeah. And again, I think they mean well. I just don't know that the NCAA is going to continue to recognize this type of football for kids who are looking to go on to a higher education. It's tough because we don't have junior college football, and if they do take this away from us, then we're going to continue to send our kids out of state. and it's tough because you hate seeing these guys on Texas junior college rosters or California junior college rosters when they can stay right here.
And they often then don't come back too. If they catch on at a school out west or somewhere.
Depending on where they are, absolutely correct.
A Texas junior college transfer becomes a University of Texas player. So Thyler, incidentally, is up and off the field. So it looks like he's okay, and we're about to get set here. Back we go to with the Bulls on offense and looking for a score to ice this one at 5:11 left. And Bill will come back to that too as we see them getting ready to line up in this one. And somebody like Chico Martinez, let's talk about him for a second, had a passer rating of 127.8 this year. Can't do much better than he did. 27 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, about to win the Alliance Bowl.
Yeah, he's the league's leading passer by a lot. And
he's going to pass it here, look into the air. Tried to find Johnny the Show Johnson. Couldn't hold on, though. Would have been a nice catch at around the 9-yard line had Johnson been able to reel that one in. He had 2 defenders on him. Neither of them could get to that one either, though.
Yeah, getting back to Chico, he leads the league in touchdowns thrown by 10. He's only thrown 4 interceptions out of 173 attempts, and he's got the lead on the yards by just over 300 yards from the next passer. He's played a really good game tonight.
He has, and under wet conditions, very poor conditions to be throwing the ball around, he still made some big plays tonight.
Yeah, and Johnny wasn't real happy with that because he had to go up with that. But again, knowing Johnny Johnson, he should have made that catch.
It'll bring up a 2nd and 12 now from the 32. This one's going to be a running play, and a good one, but brought down hard. It was Jay Reams with a big run there, but he was tackled hard to the ground by John Antoine for Bradenton. And big play there because it keeps the clock rolling.
Yeah, he did a nice job, and you could tell by the way he was running, he was just kind of trying to pick and choose where he wanted to turn the ball, turn up field, and when he found out that he couldn't, he just kind of took it to the turf to keep the clock going. So by the time they snap this ball, it's going to be about 4 minutes to go.
Yeah. Assuming they're going to run this one down, only 2 receivers lined up. Now we're going to line up a third receiver here. So we'll have...
They're going to get a delay game.
The Beast Harris is in for the Bulls, and that's got to be delay game.
Wow,
I haven't seen the flag yet.
No, the head referee sat
there
and watched
the clock
it.
ran to 0. Clearly ran to 0. We both saw it. In fact, that play probably went about 2 seconds after the clock, I want to say.
And was that the 4th down play?
No, that was 3rd down.
Okay.
So it'll bring up 4th and about 12, though. And I don't see them lining up for a field goal. It's too short to punt, so they're going to go for it on 4th down, I have to believe.
Yeah, I mean, I would too. There's no need to. From
the 32-yard line. And let's see, the officials trying to figure something out here. Now they're going to call are they going to call delay game now? Much later?
Well, unless number 3 for Bradenton is going off the field, there are 12 guys for Bradenton on the field right now.
You're right.
All right, so 31 for Bradenton is leaving.
He's going to go off. All right. So it'll be at the 32, 4th down and 12. Bulls looking to keep a drive alive with 3:50 to play in this game. Martinez back to throw. Got a man. Caught. Speedy Johnson at the 10. 5, and he just goes right around him for a touchdown. That was a good-looking play from a good-looking receiver. And a flag on the play.
Well, I think...
I don't know if that's after the play or not.
No, it was during the play, and I think they're going to get called for a chop block or a high-low because the Bradenton player, number 4, and we don't... that's Chris Hall. He got up... He's limping. So I just have to think that based on what was happening, there might be a high-low play here. Coaches are on the field.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity on the field right now. In the meantime, what you had was about a 20-yard pass to Speedy Johnson, who then turned on the Jets and took it to the end zone.
Yeah,
ran around defenders, just right around them.
And it's possible that's going to be negated because of the stupid penalty. And now this coach for
touchdown
Magic
is
City,
signaled. They are signaling touchdown.
Now it's a personal foul, roughing the passer.
Okay, so that's going to be offsetting penalties.
Wait a second. That guy was...
Then he pointed to the offense. Still sorting this out. I thought I knew where they were going with that.
Yeah, and at this point, nobody does. I mean, you got the coach from Magic City. He's on the field. You got players. They're throwing their arms up. Everybody's yelling at everybody.
You got a Bradenton coach in the middle of the field.
Oh.
And now another flag. Someone that didn't like the call had something to say about that, I'm thinking. Do you see how high the official threw that marker?
Yeah, typically...
About 20, 30 feet in the air.
You know, I think that's standard protocol. I think when an official has just had enough of something...
goes as high as he can get.
He just throws it as high as he possibly can.
Well, they're gonna set him up for an extra point. So it's 49-21. The score stands.
Well, not for nothing. And the Bradenton coach now is on the field. He's on all the way over here.
Mm-hmm. Now, where they're going to line up for the kickoff after this is anyone's guess. But the extra point is forthcoming.
I think at 49-21 because it's apparent that cooler heads are not going to prevail here. I think we just run the clock. We say goodnight. Thanks for playing. Congratulations, Magic City. Mm-hmm. Back-to-back championship, and just send everybody home. You got 2 Bradenton players down here. They're just talking. They're just shooting the bull, having a good time with this guy, so they're a non-factor. Mm-hmm. But now, I mean, Johnny Johnson at one point, he was yelling at somebody, and then the coach came out, and that coach came out.
And after all that, the extra point attempt is going to be a normal one. So it's not going to be kicked from the 40-yard line or something. So again, there were flags all over the field on that one at different points. And the extra point attempt from Zupo will be up and good. So we hit the 50 mark, the Bulls did. 50-21, your score. 3:43 to play in the game.
There's still plenty of time.
No, there
Okay,
isn't.
you're welcome.
No, there isn't. I know you're trying to keep everybody focused on
absolutely
the outcome of the game being
Sure.
in doubt, but let's take our hats off to the Bulls who have played a great one here tonight.
Yeah, and they actually turned it on. It was almost like they were just toying with Bradenton the whole time. The first half, it looked like it was going to be a lot closer of a game than 29 points.
They went to halftime, and this thing was very much in doubt. Let's be honest.
Sure. When they came out to start the second half, we were all thinking that, Bradenton on their first possession, if they put it in the end zone, now you have a tie ball game. But instead they cough it up, then they get another possession and they turn it over. By that time, Magic City keeps capitalizing, and now you're at 50-21.
And despite all of the shenanigans with the flags just now, we're going to have a kickoff from the 35.
And the thing is,
I think
you hate to see that because it was a great ball game up to the point where this coach wanted to show his hind end. That coach came over here to complain about it. This guy was doing this. I'm pushing you. I hate you.
You got a flag thrown 30 feet in the air.
Record height. I'll point that out. So I mean, you just hate to see, such a good ball game come to an end with stupidity. I said it.
And the we should have another delay of game here, but they're not going to call that.
Oh no! The
clock did run down to 0.
There's going to be a lateral
fielded by
here,
Marquise Murray. Yeah, the 20. Now he's running backwards. He's going to find a seam to the 25, 30, 35 out of bounds. Marquise Murray with a nice little return there for the Gladiators, who are going to go home with a defeat tonight. They've been here before. This is not their first trip to this game either. It's not their first trip to Municipal Stadium for an Alliance Bowl championship. But they're going to come up short here and end a good year, just one loss short of a championship.
There's still plenty of game left.
Billy?
Yeah.
Billy.
It's over.
3:33 to play in the game. It's a 29-point game.
Mm-hmm.
For Bradenton, they've had a heck of a season. Looking for their first ring.
They'll look to 2015 for that one.
20-4 over the past 2 years. Some signature wins this season as well. Just going to be a little short. Now, what they do on offense here, do they come out and run some heavy-duty plays, or is it just run left, run right time?
Run left, run right.
I mean, they've done a lot of that as it is and done it successfully.
Sure, but they've proven that once they go to the air, and they're going to have to go to the air. You're down by 29 points. You have to do it. They just have to make sure that it's high percentage passes.
That's what Kirby's going to do. No, he hands it off. He had 4 receivers. He was lined up in the shotgun, got hit after the play, and he handed it off to Woods in the meantime, though, who just trucked forward with it for a few yards.
Yeah, this is Bradenton kind of throwing in the towel.
Yeah, they gave you the sense when they lined up there that they might look to try to open it up and air it out a bit.
Yeah, and it's just looking at some of the numbers for going into this game that Miami Magic City, their last loss was to this Bradenton team, and they've been 25-0 since. That now improves to 26-0, and they're going to be the first back-to-back champion of the Alliance League.
2:50 to play. It'll be second down and about 8 yards for the Gladiators. Now they're going to throw. Marquise Murray, the intended receiver, he couldn't reel it in. They took a lot of time to make that throw, though. A lot of time to line up for that play, I should say.
And this is the point in the ball game with 2:41 to go. This is where you want to see some trickeration. You want to see all kinds of zips and zaps, and I'm hoping that should Bradenton not pick up this first down, I'm hoping that Magic City doesn't do anything foolish. They just take a knee, run out the clock. We don't know how many timeouts are left for either side, but
if they're calling them, that's a problem.
Yes.
2:41 to play. Gladiators with 4 receivers out there. Charlton, who's been their go-to target, lined up to the far right here. Woods in the backfield, and Murray in motion. Murray's going to take that as an end around. Across the 40, across the 50 now. He's got his first down and then some. Good-looking play there from Marquise Murray.
And not much hurry up, not much giddy up in Bradenton right now.
No.
They're just, the clock continues to roll as they move the chains. They just don't seem to be.
They're still executing good plays.
Absolutely.
They're just not in a hurry to do it.
No, not at all.
It's not about winning a title at this point. They're making good plays and going to finish strong, I think, is the hope right now.
And possibly put it in the end zone once to make it a little bit more respectable than a 29 block. Because I don't feel that this was a 29-point game as the rains begin to fall.
Yeah, once again, rain, which is rain the better part of the day here in the Daytona Beach area. Raining again now. We're going to have an official
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. Once again, a 2-minute
I caught
warning.
that one for you.
That was a good catch,
You're welcome.
You can tell that you used to play this game.
That's why I'm here.
So with 2 minutes left and a rain falling now, more so than it has been most of the game, the fans who are here that have made the trip up 4 hours plus from the Miami area, solid 3 hours and change from Bradenton, they're hanging on to watch their friends, their family finish this game off. That was the quickest 2-minute warning I've ever seen, by the way.
I'm done.
The rain had something to do with that, I'm thinking. And Bradenton now. Charlton in motion. Glenn Woods with the carry.
Stay in bounds.
And he stays in bounds at the 49-yard line. Maybe a yard pickup there to the 48. Looked like a flag came in.
Flag did come in. He's probably going to get called for a horse collar or tackling around the neck. Yeah, it's going to be a horse collar.
There's just no reason to do that at this point in the game.
No, absolutely not. Wow. Well, this is going to improve Magic City to 4-2, and one of the things we talked about before, this is the 7th.
And they've been in 6 of them. The 7th Alliance Bowl.
They've been in 6 of them.
And it's the 2nd win in a row. The horse collar does go against Magic City. It'll bring up a first down for the Gladiators. They'll have it at the 33-yard line with 1:52 to play in the ball game.
I got to be honest with you, Mike. I hope they play this here next year.
Do we know if it's scheduled for that or not?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Well, hopefully they'll have better weather next year, too. I'm sure that'll help.
They should probably pick, September.
Kirby going deep. He's well covered. Had an ugly finish to that play. The intended receiver was Bon Shaver Bean. He had 3 Magic City defenders on him. After the ball was long past catchable, Bean got decked.
I'm torn with that one. I mean, the safety was coming over in coverage, and he couldn't pull up. I'm torn.
Decked him.
It could go either way.
It's late in the game.
You're soft.
It's
That's
rain,
why. I understand.
But that was a good call.
Sure. Unless that official is, looking to hedge his bet and make sure it gets to the over, I don't understand why he would have made that
if
call.
They haven't hit the over yet, that's 71 points.
I would have placed this over-under at 76.5. Is
that right?
Yeah.
It's mighty intuitive.
Thank you. Oh, man. And I'm at 71?
And probably another score coming here.
I'm going to say no, unfortunately.
We'll see. Minute 36 play. They're going to have a fresh set of downs after that late hit call. They'll have it at the 17, 18-yard line. Mm-hmm. I think there's one more score coming here from the 18. Bradenton lines up again. 4 receivers. Woods in the backfield with Kirby. Kirby in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Short throw. Underthrown. Not sure who that was intended for, but it didn't reach him.
Yeah, I couldn't get a read up. 89 is my best guess. 89. I can't tell. I'm not 100% certain, but that was the intended receiver. Was definitely 89.
Let's bring up 2nd down from the 18. Clock not running because of the incomplete pass, though. So we're still going to hit that over.
And for what it's worth, there's 12 guys now. There's 11. Good.
1:32 to play. Same formation. one man in the backfield with Kirby. 4 receivers, 3 to the right. Kirby looking to the right, throws it into the end zone, can't find his man. He was well covered. Give a call out there to Primetime Bargman for the stop.
21? Yeah. And that's his second pass breakup of the night that is pretty good. I mean, he had one earlier in the game on a quick slant, and he knocked down the pass, and here just saved a touchdown.
It did. Yeah, he was throwing it into the end zone. The Gladiators clearly want one more score here. Want to leave on a high note. They'll try it again. It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 18. Same formation again. Same personnel out there. Kirby looking to throw. Got a man. Marquise Murray in for the touchdown. Right at the goal line, he was waiting for that pass. He had coverage around him, but was able to reel it in, and we have another flag on the play.
I think it's because one of the players from Magic City, and I'm going to say number 1, the Black Scorpion, Darren Grant, he ripped off his helmet and he said something. Oh.
And there's another flag.
There's another one, so he's still got choice words. Because
when do they throw someone out of the game?
If he has 2 personal fouls, he's donezo.
It's hard to believe no one's had their second one yet.
And then at some point, the coach gets ejected as well. But that could be just a high school rule.
At any rate, it'll make it 50-27. It looks like Bradenton's going to line up for a 2-point conversion. The question is from where?
And then we'll have the onside kick. And then we will continue because there's still plenty of game.
You keep saying that.
Unsportsmanlike both times. Oh, wait, 1, 2. There's 3 unsportsmanlike conducts, and that's an ejection. Goodbye.
Yes.
Thanks for playing. Thank you. Come again. He's done.
I don't see anyone leaving the field, though.
No, the one kid did come off the field, but I mean, we can't tell. I'm almost positive it's the Scorpion. Yeah,
when you get 3 unsportsmanlike penalties on the same play, somebody's going home.
Yeah, that just means it was a something else going on. So we're going for 2.
From the 2.
They'll probably kick off from the 5.
Woods will get the carry, and he's found the end zone. He's going to have the 2-point conversion. Ran that one to the left. Had to work for all 2 yards of that, but he got there. 50-29 your score, so it's back to a 3-touchdown margin, but with only 1:22 to play. So they'll put a hands team out there on a wet field and see what happens.
I'm watching the Magic City sideline, and they're just throwing water on everyone. They're taking the Gatorade jugs and water jugs, and they're just throwing them all over everybody.
Well, presumably this is an insurmountable lead. Then again, this is my first Alliance Bowl. I don't know how this one.
Yeah, well, I'm going to be curious to see where they kick off from. I mean, that was 3 unsportsmanlike penalties. Okay, so here it is, unsportsmanlike against them. So, look, dude, they're going to have I'm telling you. There's this, and we're going to mark it off again. Stop it.
They're going to kick off from the 25?
No, we're not done. Watch this.
No. This is not happening.
No, we're not done. He's going to place it. He's got to do it a 3rd time.
So we're going to have a Bradenton kickoff from the Miami 15? Am I seeing that right?
This has to be the first time in the history of football.
Of any football, at any level. From the 20-yard line.
Unless they're going to say you can't go any further than the 20.
Mm-hmm. At any rate, though, Bradenton's going to kick off from the Miami 20. You heard that right. Those of you out there listening on the internet feed here. It is at the Miami 20. And the Bulls will line up to receive, presumably entirely from their end zone. I really am at a loss for words on this, Billy Gahagan. I've never seen a team kick off from the opposing team's 20.
I don't know that in the history of the game of football. And obviously they're going to onside
practice for this
4, 5. Well, this is just going to be a standard onside kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Bradenton's got problems because there's 12 people on their side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, do you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, now he's getting off.
Okay, so they're going to onside kick attempt from the 20-yard line, which means the ball's going to be fielded around the 10 and probably go out of bounds, is my guess. But let's see what happens.
That's a fumble. That's a live
ball.
ball.
Live ball.
So
and
that's
who came up
Bradenton's
with
ball.
it? Bradenton comes up with the ball at the Magic City 12. At the 12-yard line. So we had an 8-yard onside kick from the 20, fielded at the 12 by Bradenton. So now they're 12 yards away from another touchdown.
I gotta make sure that I tweet that 20-yard line.
And the Gatorade baths have been up and down the field here in the meantime.
I just want to point out that there's still a lot of game left. Okay,
80 seconds, my friend.
They're only down by 3 scores at this point. So, and now we're calling now Magic City 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Still, one came off there. Still have 12. There's 12 guys on the field. It's like they're all trying to figure out who's going to come off. I don't want to come off.
But if the refs aren't counting.
Oh, they're counting. There are 12. Okay. He's now coming off. That's fabulous. All right, we'll figure it out. $1:20 left. Still a lot of football left.
Well, if they're going to keep kicking off from the 20, yes.
I'll give you that. So we got to hope that number 1. Oh, he's been ejected.
Has he?
Somebody was. Where's one? Maybe.
And apparently they'll have the ball at the
6-yard
line. So either I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like they had it at the 12 to me, but it's going to be at the 6. Gladiators need 3 touchdowns to tie this game. They're right there ready to get the first one.
There's one.
No, they didn't get it. Woods took it over the left side,
picked
up about a yard.
Now they're going to hurry up.
Yeah, I bet they are. Now's when the timeouts will come, too. 60 seconds to play in the game here as they get this play off. Going to throw it towards the end zone, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by the Bulls in the end zone. That'll be a touchback with 53 seconds to play. He was trying to find Bonshaver Bean, and it just wasn't there.
Did you see what he did, though? He was saying clock, 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 and he faked his spike.
Oh, he thought he was going to pull that trick.
Yeah, that worked.
No, not so much. And that, folks, should just about do it. One would presume that the Bulls are not going to come out and start running actual plays here with 53 seconds left. Right? It's going to be run a couple right at the center, maybe even take a knee.
I have presumed all night long incorrectly. So I'm
They're going to take it out to the 20. So they'll have it at the 20 and really just need to kneel on the ball. I don't know how many timeouts are left.
I mean,
they're playing We Are the Champions over the PA system.
Yeah, they may just say, you know what, let's just go ahead and run it now and not even worry about it. Look at Magic City. They had their championship T-shirts already made up.
Yeah, it looks that way, doesn't it? Well, they're happy.
I guess
they're. I mean, yeah, they're.
I guess we're shaking hands now, folks.
No, they're not doing that. They're lining up for another play.
I would throw it deep.
You want to see a fight right here in this stadium.
I want to see the
That's
fans
a great way to do it.
Pour out of the stands.
I've never heard We Are the Champions playing 50 seconds left in the game before while there's still players on the field.
Yeah,
I love it.
I can't believe they're lined up in something other than victory.
Right,
But he may
right.
be taking a knee right
I'm not
between
sure
those two
what-
guys.
Martinez is in the shotgun.
Oh,
Okay, and we
well,
had
he didn't take a knee.
He didn't take a knee, but they didn't exactly move the ball
and that's
very
not
far.
Martinez.
No, okay, that was the backup.
That's Hollywood.
And defender came in for Bradenton and dropped him to the ground with a message.
Yeah.
But that now puts it at 30 seconds left.
I
I
mean-
guess there's time for one more play, but
This last 4 minutes turned into an absolute gorilla.
and we're still
I mean,
we're still playing Queen, and it's getting louder.
because that's how you do it. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
so they're not going to run another.
we can
play.
wrap up the 2014 season right now.
Well, folks, your Alliance Bowl is coming to a conclusion. The Magic City Bulls will win it 50-29, their second consecutive league championship in the books, and capping off a perfect season that sees them finish at 13-0. It's been an adventure. It's been fun. This league certainly has some pizzazz to it. The players have some spunk to them. And now we've seen our first league title together, you and I, Billy Gahagan. So it's been a pleasure.
I mean, like I said, I was a little hesitant coming in. I didn't know what to expect. I had an idea. I was pleasantly surprised with everything. I was a little disappointed, like I said, in the last couple of minutes when people came off the sidelines and coaches got involved, and I just thought it was kind of crazy. But for all intents and purposes, these guys and kids, for that matter, because you don't know exactly who's of what age, but you know, it's apparent that some of these kids from opposite ends of the state know each other. They could have all played
Yeah,
college
you've seen
ball
a lot
together.
of that. A lot of that here on the field. For all the shenanigans in that
Sure.
fourth quarter, the players are all still
Yeah, there's still some
congratulating
interaction
each
there.
other and
Absolutely,
saying hello.
and you know, it
Good-
was
good way to end
it
it
was
at
a
that point.
good game, and congratulations
The Bulls
to
are legit.
to
Great year.
to the Magic City Bulls.
Folks, that's going to do it for our broadcast. We appreciate you sticking with us. Glad you could join us here in the wet and soggy Daytona Beach Municipal Stadium. Been a great game, and the Bulls have their second consecutive Alliance Bowl championship. We're going to sign off now and congratulate Magic City and Bradenton on a great game played. Look forward to next season, which is just around the corner. It'll be the 8th year for the Florida Football Alliance. And we'll see you next year.